ain't got a chance to see uh, the comments and shit yet, right? But I know they in the uproar. I just want. I mean, the thing about it is, I just want anybody to tell me where I lied at. Now, my opinions are my opinions. Like if I say Boots will beat Bud, that's just an opinion. But when I start spitting them facts, they get lost in they get lost in it, and they just start going off of emotions instead of like trying to hit me back with facts. You feel me?
Right, right. And I see also that the main thing people be saying on Boost on Bud's side is Boost had the opportunity to fight Terrence twice, bro. Was he supposed to mess up that relationship with Showtime to go rock with BLK, and it still wouldn't have been no guarantee
Right.
that Boost was gonna fight Bud, and then where BLK at now?
That's a fact. Look, not only that, let's not forget one of the main people that's on the board at BLK Prime, Zab Judah, former undisputed world champion, Zab Judah. He put the call out himself, called Bozy and Boots about a Bud fight on BLK Prime. He said this. This is not nothing I'm making up. And they can also, it's on Mill City, and it's also referenced on Tago and Clip channels. You know what I'm saying? On Empty the Clip channel and Tago channel. Where Zab said, man, no, Boots and them did not turn that fight down. I called Boots and Bozy personally. I offered them the Crawford fight. It was no paperwork. It was just a question like, bro, how y'all feel about fighting Bud? And they accepted, bro. They accepted. But by the time it was time to take care of the business, Crawford's team decided to go the Avanesian route. This is what Zab Judah said. The same Zab Judah that gives Bud that gives Boots all the praises in the world, but he's saying that Boots can't beat Bud. This is what Zab Judah said.
Okay. Also, I got a question.
So he has no dog in the race when it comes to like lying or telling the truth about him putting that call out. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did Boots hesitate to say yes?
No, he said while he was on the phone with them, with Boots and Bozy, they both agreed. They didn't hesitate. They said what they said, and shit, it
Did
was
he
time to
say
start.
something like, "Oh, we might need another fight or two," and then yeah?
Never said that. Never
Oh,
said
okay.
that. Never said
And
that.
this
And
and
I
this and
also
this and this. There's receipts on this, right?
absolutely
Oh,
on the
okay.
internet.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So why is it okay to cling to certain facts and ignore others?
Because those facts didn't come from Bud or Bomac. Those facts didn't come from Bernie the boxer. It gotta come from that side for it to be truthful. So the crazy part is the person who was trying to put the fight together came out and said what really happened. And nobody pays attention to that part. All they talk about is Boots taking this little last minute fight with Bud, not knowing that Bud was going to have an Avanesian route regardless.
So he left Boots to hang and dry and ran over there to Avanesian with them busted gloves.
And with the busted gloves, let's not forget about that part. The busted gloves.
That's
See,
crazy
see,
work.
see. This is my thing. This is what people don't realize when I be talking about what I'm talking about. Bro, I am a Crawford fan. I don't care what nobody say. They call me a hater or whatever. But my thing is that I believe that Boots will beat Bud, and I think that's okay. It's okay for me to feel like that. But when you start saying Bud can beat Boots and Boots ain't on this level, all right, I understand that. But tell me how? Like, what separates them? Because here's the thing. They say if Bud would have got Boots hurt like that, he would have got Boots out of there. I could believe that. But who's to say Boots won't get Bud like that and get him out of there the way that Kavaliauskas had him, and he came back and won that fight. The way that Kell Brook had his eye looking and he came back and won that fight. The way that that Madrimov had him looking and he came back and won that fight. That's what I'm saying. So if we gonna praise Crawford for facing adversity against probably lesser fighters, you know what I mean? Except for maybe, how come we can't give? Because we talking 154. If we talk about Bud at 154, we talking about Madrimov, who ain't beat a name at 154 yet. But when we start talking about Xander, we talking about at least somebody who was like a number one prospect of the year type candidate or whatever, two-time champion, way more accomplished at 154 than the David Avenesian. Olympian, you feel me? Like David Avenesian at 154 has done absolutely nothing. Not David Avenesian, I'm so sorry. I'm talking about Madrimov. Madrimov has done absolutely nothing at 154 pounds, and he ain't even slipped and fell off the rankings yet. Like, they won't even accidentally slide this nigga off the rankings.
They won't.
You feel me?
I think he's like top 5 on the ring.
Top 5 or 10 or some shit like that. Like, how? Like, he has done nothing, but Crawford gets all the praises in the world for having a good fight with him. You know what they did? Shout out to my little brother Foreign. Shout out to little bro Foreign. Foreign used to say Madrimov was the best nigga. He like number 2 at 154. And I'm like, how? I never understood why people gave Madrimov all that fucking praise, bro.
Right,
that nigga.
I got another question. So, when Bud picked Madrimov, was Madrimov the most dominant champion at that time? I don't remember who all was champions. I know Murder was one, Sebastian was one, Madrimov, and I forgot who else was.
Well, here's the thing. Oh, Tim Tszyu at that time. Tim Tszyu at that time. So here's the thing. But here's the thing, though, bro. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Bro, where did Madrimov get his belt from? How was that the best fight at 154? Like, was this a pick'em? Like, let's just be real. Madrimov gave him a hell of a fight. But the Madrimov that they studied for, that they trained for, ain't the Madrimov that showed up. The Madrimov that showed up was doing a little bit more boxing.
Yep.
That's what confused. That's what I felt like confused Crawford, because Madrimov is a come forward fighter. You feel me? So I'll let Erky jerk like that wasn't what he was used to. He was waiting for a fight, and Madrimov was boxing.
And what's crazy is, who can predict what Boots finna do?
Right, you know just like how he couldn't. So like how he couldn't predict what Madrimov was finna do.
They studied for the Madrimov. They was seeing that whatever footage was available.
Right.
I ain't really I can't say I seen Boots fight the same way twice. He might do some of the same things in fights, but just one way. He don't fight just one way. So, all I can say that Bud can do to prepare for Boots is to prepare for situation.
That's it. Because that's what it's gonna take. You're not gonna find nobody to come in there and mimic that style. You can't do it unless you go get a Bam Rodriguez. So now you're missing the power and the height.
You about that? Because I heard somebody say you can go find a Boots at any gym.
I heard somebody say that. Any gym in America. That's what I heard.
What is?
I mean, so that's crazy work to me.